Hi, all. My name is Santosh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, guys, in this particular video, I'll be talking about arrays in C++. What is an array and how we can declare it, and how the array will be initialized, and how the elements of arrays will be accessed by using the indexing. So, um, in this video, the four things I would like to mention you the definitions, and it's how you can declare it, and how you can initialize, and how you can access the elements of the array. So first of all, I would like to say you the definitions. What is an array? So uh, what what is an array? So, at first, you need to understand about the array. What is an array? An array is defined as a collection of elements of the same type. It means uh, it is the collection of the elements, same types of elements, collection of same types of elements. Suppose uh, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. It means it is the collection of same types elements. What types of collections? This is the integer type of collection, that is called the array. So till now we used a variable to store the single value in the case of an array. It means we use at first, suppose int a equal to 5. It is the single variable declaration, but in array we can define or declare many elements within a variables. So having the same types, so we can store multiple values of the same data types in a single variables. It means multiple values we can store in a single variables array having the same data types. We can call it the elements inside the of the arrays. The value of the arrays, we called it elements. We call it the value of the array, we call it elements. Suppose uh, you are going to store four integer value in a single array. Then array store the value in a linear forms, and how we can store. So I will erase it. We It is the collection of similar data types, similar data type collection of elements, we can call it elements of similar data types. And how we can declare it? We can declare that its syntax to declare. First of all, we write the data type, then array name, and size of the array, size of array. We can declare it. It means the data type may be int, it may be float, it may be char, or it may be double. You can declare as per your requirement. So we can declare data types, maybe int, float, char. And array name must be as per your the programming, what types of programming that you are developing. So array you can declare like that. So just suppose I can declare array names, and the size of the array will be inside the brackets, square bracket. Suppose if we I write 5, then the size of the array will be 5. It contains 5 elements. in the array contiguous memory locations. So the type, suppose um, int int arr, I can, so 4 and semicolon. So what does it mean? The type of the array is integer types. It contains 4 elements of the same types. The value containing what, how, what will happen in the memory. If we declare, this is the initial declaration of the array. Declaration of array. Declaration an array. This is the declaration of an array, and it contains how, what will happen in the memory. I will explain you in the other colors. So in a memory, in a RAM, 4 block of memory will be reserved of the name array having the same types: 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll break it. Sorry. Yes, correct. 4 block of memory will be reserved. Suppose this is the name of the array. This is the name of the array, and this is the declaration. Suppose its value is 2, its value is 4, 5, its value is 6, and other one is 8. This means in a memory, these types will be 4 block of memory will be reserved, and it will be accessed having the by the 0 index: 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the element of elements of the array, and this we call it the indexing. We can call it indexing. This is the name of the array. So it is the we can call it the declaration of array. The size of the array matches with the number of value when we initialize its value, and 4 elements will be there. It will be matched. Otherwise, that will memory will not be stored. The additional, if we add or append any other value, just like we declare 4 elements, if we initialize 5, that is not possible, because we have already decided how many what is the size of an array, how many values will be stored in a memory. So as per the declarations, the value will be initialized. This we call it declaration. I will be talking about the how in other additional informations that is related to the array declarations. So if you call it an array in C++, is also a data structures that means it allows you to store multiple elements of the same type in a contiguous block of memory. It means it is the contiguous block of memory. It will store one by one. It will store one by one. It will be stored one by one, and when we access the elements of the array, it will start from the 0 indexing. 0, suppose we access like this, 0. What is the value of the 0 index? That is 2. 1 index, that is 5. 2 index, 6, and 3 index, 8. So it will be the notations are, we can accessing the elements of the array with the indexing from the 0. Always start from the 0. So arrays, if you think, arrays are widely used because it is fast access to elements using index and are easy to use basic data management. So memory management, just like if you see array, just like the memory, it will be uh, I will initialize int arr equal to, sorry, bracket 4 square bracket. It is the declaration, we can call it declaration, but int arr, if we curly braces, suppose 2 5 6 7, that it is called the array initialization, explicitly initialized, explicit static initialization of array. Then it will be indexed by using suppose arr. What is the value at index 0? That is 2. At index 1, that is 5. At index 2, that is 6. At index, if you say 3, that is 7. So if you just like a oops, if you its index is 0, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3. So arr, suppose 2 means which value will be printed, which elements will be printed, 6 will be printed. So we can access the elements of an array by using the index, and it will always start from the 0 index. So the first value will be start from the 0 index, and it will be printed like this. So arrays are used to store, I have already told you that arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variables. I will clear it. Arrays are used to store multiple value in a single variables. It is stored in contiguous memory, in linear form. It will be arrays element will be stored. So instead of declaring separate variable for each value, to declare an array defines the value type and the name of the array and follow with the square brackets. I have suppose int, this is the type of data, arr, name of the variable 7. This is the array declaration syntax. We can declare like this declaration. Size of the data, this is called the size of array. It contains 7 elements in the memory locations. 7 block of memory will be stored. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this will be suppose 5 6 7 8 9, sorry, 9 10 11, just like these values are called elements, and it will be uh, accessing by using the index. Start from the 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. It means 0 to 6 index means it contains 7 elements. So some of the characteristics I will told you about the array. So key character, importance characteristics of array I will tell you. Suppose the first one is, I will tell you the characteristics. What is the features? It means characteristics of C++. So once you declared an array, once you declared in array, its size cannot be changed during runtime. So suppose you declared an array int ARR. I'm just taking the name of the array ARR. You can take another as per requirement. ABC. It means A is number of students. You can take anything. So for understanding, I'm just taking the in simple ARR array. Suppose it contains 3 elements. Size of array is 3. It contains 3 elements. So what will be its size? Its size, what is the size of the int? 4 byte. 12 byte will be, it will be resolved. So it is the declarations. When you declare, once the array declared, it cannot be changed the size, because during the runtime it contains only 3 variables or elements, and all elements in array must be of the same data types. Suppose it is the array. Suppose I initialize 0 equal to, sorry, I can say that this the elements. I can also suppose I initialized explicit initialize by the curly braces 5 7 11. I have initialized. So once the array declared, its size cannot be changed, because the memory block will be resolved having the size 3 block of memory will be reserved for it. So 5 7 elements it will be reserved. So it will be indexed by 0 1 2. The name of the array is ARR. So if you want to print the axis the elements, just like 5, then we have to use ARR. We have to use 0 index. 0 index means 5. ARR 1 index means 7. We can say ARR 2 index means we can say 11. So it will be printed like this. So it the first characteristics features characteristics characteristics. The first one is fixed size. Fixed size. Fixed size. And the second one is homogeneous elements. It is the homogeneous linear elements. Homogeneous elements. Homogeneous elements. And other is zero based indexing. Zero based indexing. Zero based indexing. It always the elements will be accessed by using the zero based indexing. If you want to access all the elements at initial from the initial elements, then you have to use the zero index. So all the elements must be the same data types. Homogeneous elements, the data that elements of the array will be the same. If you are declaring array, then int data type, then the all elements will be accessed, will be the int type. If you declare float, that will be the float. If you declare char, then that will be the char. So all the elements inside the array will be the same data types. So the zero base means the index of the first element is 0 and the last element's index is 0. The first index, suppose ARR, if you just access the first element, it will be the first elements will be 0 and the last elements will be -1. If you print or access by writing this, then the last element will be printed. I will show you in the lab, don't worry. So you have to understand the characteristics are the basic concept of the array, how it works, and how it will be declared, how the elements will be arranged in the memory. Elements of the array will be arranged in memory in a linear form, one after another. So it will be arranged like this: the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like this. Each element should be arranged, and it will be accessed from the indexing 0. And I have also already shown you the declarations, the data types, and the name of the array and the size. So I'll write the syntax. um, Data type, data type, array name, array name, and size of array, size of array. And the data types, what the data type shows, the data type may be integers, float, char. Suppose it will be integer, float, and it may be char. Array name may be anything. Name of the array, name of the array, it's the name of array. And the size of the array, number of elements of array can hold. The size, how many numbers the array is going to be hold, the memory is going to be hold, number of elements, number of element, then the memory and the array are going to be hold. Suppose int, I'll take the next color. So int, sorry, just by taking the examples, int, and numbers, and it's having the size of array is 5. Suppose it is 5. It is the data types, name of the array, it is the size of the array. It means it contains 5 elements. It contains 5 elements. Suppose if you declare it, so it contains 5, having the curly braces. Suppose 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 as well. So you can see this. This is the explicit initializations. Explicit, static initializations. I'll show you the once again. Write it. It is not clear. So I'll write here, having the different color. Suppose int number 5, and its initialization is having the curly braces. So you can use just like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, as per your requirement you can put here. So this is the explicit initialization of an array. It means static initializations. We you initialize, put the values of the array And if we if you are going to access these elements, then you have to use the indexing, just like a numbers. And what elements you are going to access? The first means 0, in which elements will be printed? 10 will be printed. So as per your requirement, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 elements, 0 to 4. It means how much many elements that this array contains? 5 elements. So 5 contiguous memory, it means homogeneous memory will be uh, elements are stored in the memory of the same data types. So if you see here, uninitialized, sometimes if you see just like uninitialized, suppose I will show you. mm, I'll take another slide so you can see here. So uninitialized elements of an array, sometimes I'll take a pen here. Uninitialized, suppose int array 3 elements. This is uninitialized. Uninitialized elements of an array declared at the global scope are automatically set to 0, while those declared locally contain garbage value. So if we print arr 0, what will be the output? Garbage value. Garbage elements value will be printed. Garbage value means any random value from the RAM. Random value from the RAM. It takes from the on any random value and it will be printed in the console. So if you don't initialize, if you are not initializing the array, so it will take the value from the elements and it will print from there. So you can see like this. Suppose array are, if you see, suppose I will show you, the in this suppose this is the uninitialized array, and it takes the elements value from the garbage collection. It takes a random value from the uh, RAM, and it will print from there. And it when you just like uninitialized, when you uninitialize, you are not initializing, just declaring. Then it takes, if you are printing or if you are accessing the values, and it will print the garbage value. Garbage value means it takes random value from the RAM and it will print as a elements that you are going to print. So if you see, the arrays are the fundamental part of C++ programming language and are often used in combination of loops, functions, and algorithm for efficient data handling. So it will used for used in combinations for loops, functions, and algorithms. So you can see, just like a is the similar data types. It holds the multiple elements values of the same data types, that the value inside the array is called the elements. So it is the data structures, and it allow to store multiple elements of the same data types. And we see the definitions uh, and the declarations and initialization, and how we can access the elements. Once again I will show you, just like I will erase it from the, just like I declared int num. Suppose its value is 5, and if you initialized, this is called only, this is called the declaration. If you initialize its value, suppose 10 and 20, so is 20, 30, 40 and 50. So this is the initialization of array of the same data types. It is integer, all the elements. This is called the elements 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 we call it. So, and this is the size of the data. So this will be stored in memory like this will be stored in memory in homogeneous same data type, continuous linear form: 1 2 3 4 5. Here will be 10, here will be 10, here will be 20, here will be 30, here will be 40, and here will be 50. And this is the num of the element. This is the elements, and it will be it will be indexed from the 0 1 2 3 and 4 as well. So if you are printing it, if you want to access the elements, if you want to print the elements, then you have to use num curly square bracket 0 from the starting. So what will print? 10. It will be print num 1. If you want to print, so it will print 20. Num 2, which elements will print? 30. Num 3, which elements will be print? 40. And num 4 equal to 50 will be printed in the console. So we can access the elements of the array by using in the index number, and always start from 0. 0 is always start from the 0. If you print num 5, then it will be shown the errors, because the array is contain only 5 elements, and as per the declarations, the value will be accessed. So it is all about the theory of the array, and we have seen its definitions and declarations, initializations, and how we can access the elements of an array. If you are not declare the array of the, if you are not initialize the elements, initialize the arrays, then if you are, but you want to print the value or access the value, there uh, the value will be print from the garbage value, and garbage base value means the random value will be taken out from the RAM, and it will be that will be printed in the console. So it's all about the theory part of the array in C++ programming language, and we dive and we'll practice its lab. It's very easy, not so hard, and we can also see how you can change the elements of an array, and how you can add the elements in array, and what will happen if you will not initialize the arrays. We see in the lab. So now let's move to the lab and practice what had studied or learned from the in theory parts. So guys, I'm in the folders or files of the array practice. So I will open here and go to the Visual Studio Code. So you can see here. Now I am in Visual Studio Codes. So you can see, and can see here I'll be practice. So first of all, I'll create a file. uh, this icon is used to create a file, and this icon is used to create a folder. So this is the name of the file, C++ array. So I'll create an array.cpp. So first all I include the syntax of C++. So include IO stream, headers file, library file using name space std int main initial return 0. So uh, first of all, I'll declare an array. How to declare? We have already seen in the theory class. So int arr, this is the name of the array, and size of the array is 5. This is the declaration of an array. So if you initialized is its value, then it will be, suppose, and int arr 1, suppose 6. If you are going initialized, then value it will be curly braces, suppose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So how many elements here? The first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 6 elements here. You can initialize like this. And after initializing, how you can print it? We can, suppose I can write a comment here, that will be easy to understand. Array initializations, how you can access, how you can print it. We can print it, suppose see out function we use insertion, and the first one is suppose arr1 0, and we use int el to go to the next line. So this is, sorry, int el. So this is all about, this is the, and we can copy from there. 4, you can see 0, 1, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means 0 to 4. How to access the elements? This is the access. We can access the elements by using the 0 index, and the 0 index will be printed as 10, 1 is 20, and 30. We can see here. If you play here, then we can, this is the, we can execute or run the program by clicking here. So you can run and see what is happening. And the elements will be printed one by one, homogeneous. You can see it takes time, it's loading. So that's why. So yeah, it's correct, it's printed 10. So you have zoom 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It means all the elements of an array are printed here. So you can see here. And if you want to, just like I want to change my the elements of index 2. So what will be the value index 2? This is the 1, 0, 1 to 30 will be changed. Suppose I would like to change. So how we can change? arr1 and which elements I have to change? Suppose 2, then it will be suppose 100, then the elements will be changed. If you print, if you print if you print, then after before change I have to print a message see out before change Intel, and you can see here I also print here. Oops. You can see here see out after change, and you can int here, you can print and see what is happening. Wow, it's great. So before change means as per our initialized value, all the initialized value will be printed. But we change the elements of the index containing at the index 2. Then what is the value containing index 2? 0, 1, 2, and 30. And what will by what how much we can change here? By 100 we change the index. 30 will be changed to the 100. Then what is the value of 30? 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. And the second index, the index at the second, the value will be changed to 100. So we can change the array of the elements of the array by using uh, like this. So you can change or declare, initialize any value, uh, any elements of an array, just like this. So if you we can print an um, array by using the loop and other functions. I will show you how to print the array in the loop. How we can use the loop in the array. Just we can print and by using the loop, just like I will show you here. Suppose just like I will comment it, so it will be comment backslash, it will be commented. So I will print you, suppose int bike name. Suppose I have to write the four bike name and its initialization. So suppose I'll increase the font. Suppose string, this is the string. You can call it, we can it is this is the string, we can say like this. So suppose Yamaha and Suzuki and Pulsar and what is other, suppose Honda, Hero. I think you can write like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5, 4. You can write like the int, and you can write like this. So bike name, what is happening? Something is missing. So sorry, it's not int, it is string. So we can access, if you are if you want to print by using the int, not for loop. in the simple, then you can access just like a bike name, and 0 you can print 0 suppose, and you have to print like this C out, and int l, you can print like this also. But you want to print all the elements inside the, or all elements of the array bike name. So you have to use the for loop. How you can use for in for loop we have three things. The first one is initializations, second one is conditions, and the third one is increment or decrement. So first we use for int I is equal to 0 and I is less than 4 and I plus plus, and what will happen, see out by name, and it will be I and int l. So what is happening I will show you. So um, in this program I have used to follow to print the and elements of an array. So first of all, this is the initializations, this is the initialization part. So I will use this, this is the initialization part. The second one is I will increase it, so it will be easy to understand. This is the initialization part, which will start from the index 0 and which is less than 4. I is less than 4 means I the value of I will be less than 4. 0 1 2 3 means it contains 4 value. So how many elements does it the array contains? 4. So and I plus plus, how it works, and then we will go to the uh, by first of all int I equal to 0, I is less than 4, it's true, then it will go to the bike, thus it will print I equal to 0 means which elements will be printed, Yamaha. Then once again I plus plus 1, I plus 1 1, 1 is less than 4, and once again it will print the next index 1, and what will you print, Suzuki. And once again it will be increased by 1, then it will become 2, and which index will be printed, and this pulsar will be printed, and it will once again increase by the 1, it will print the 4 3, then 3, which elements will be printed, Honda, it will be printed Honda 0 1 2 3 4, and 4 3 will be increased by 1, that become 4, and 4 is less than 4, that is false, the out loop will be out out of the loop, and it will print all the elements. Now you can see here what is happening. I will play this run this code. So what is happening, you can see, and all the elements will be printed here. You can see here one by one will be elements, all the integer strings are printed. So you can print like this, and you can see you can print the integers value. Also you can use you can also print the integers by using the for loops, just like if you want to print the tail elements, these elements, then you can use the for loop. So and the for loops, the syntax of for loop will be like this. You have to change the name of the array here. So you can print integers, and you can change, or you can uh, print the strings, and sometimes you have not initialize. So what happening if you does not initialize the value? I will show you one examples here. So suppose I will comment it, it also will be commented, control backslash. Suppose it will not print anything, Now I will show you. It is not, it will not print anything. It's become 0. So int ar and 3 initialize. But if you want to print, then what will happen? Ar, suppose 0 you want to print, int l, int l. What will happen? I will show you live practice. So anything will be printed. Yeah, it is garbage collection. It will randomly, numbers will be taken from the RAM and it will be print of the 0 index is this. So if you are not initialize, the it will be taken from the randomly, number taken randomly, and number will be taken from the RAM and it will be shown as per your require, as you need. So this is called the random value garbage collection. Garbage, this is the random value, and if you print the next one, what will happening? It will print, the what is happening. Then if you print like this, the next, the other will be also the garbage collections. Random value will be printed. This is called garbage collection. And just if you want to print the size of the array, then you can use just like I will told you int ar, suppose 4. Then if you want to print its size, the array of size, then you have to use the size of operators. Suppose cout and size of operators, just ar and int l. Then it will print the size of the operators. 4 into the size of the uh, integer types of it contains, it means size of operator is used to find out the size of an array. You can find like this. And you have to just like you have to print the size of each element, then you have to multiply like this. So you have to print the size of array by using the size of operators. And you can also use the loop functions, loop to print the elements or each elements in a console. And we saw the I've shown you the size, how to print the size of operators. And you can see the, if you omit the size, and what will happen if you not initialized um, the array elements. And if the fixed array elements are initialized, but you want to print the additional element, there the garbage value will be printed. It will be taken from the randomly taken from the RAM, and the display, in the display the random value will be printed, that is called the garbage value. So if you see the real life examples in array, then what is happening, just like suppose, and then storing different edges, and you have to find the um, address, you have to find the address, print the address of the edges. Then you have to use the mm, array. And just like a real life example, I will show you the one examples, real life examples of where we can use the uh, array. So I will take here the additional other um, real example cpp. So I have include io stream using name space std int main return 0. So I will show you the real examples that you can see here. Suppose this you have to find the average is the average of the different edges. Suppose an array is the array is containing the different edges, and you have to find the average edge. Suppose and you have to declare just like int edges, suppose 13. Then it contains, suppose just like not 13, uh, 11. And suppose 12, 13, 24, 35, 36, 56, 78, 23, 40 and 45. And how elements each contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 90. This is the edges, the collection of, this is the collection of the edges. And the edges stores the different edges of the man. So storing different edges, this array is storing different edges. So you can see here. And next we see the float. The first we think we have to find the average, and average may be a in decimal that contains the decimal part. So first average will be must be the uh, in basically in, suppose in float basis, then float average and sum equal to have to use, just like I'll show you the float abc, and we have declared and store its value in sum equal to 0, and int I equal to 0. Sorry, I initialize for looping purpose we have declared here. So get the length of the array. First we have to find the length of the array, size of edge, and size of edges. And just I will show you. Int length equal to equal size of edges, and size of edges, suppose size of edges, edges, and divide not edges, oops, I will show you edges. And size of edges, it's suppose size of edges index. So we have to find the size of the edges, and then loop the edges of array, and we have to loop the edges of an array. Then we use the loop for loop functions. We have to use just like I have to loop. We have to add the edges. All the edges will be added. For then I will for int I equal to 0, I is less than edges or length of the edges. Length, it means edges are edges, and edges plus plus, then it will be edges is less than edges plus plus. So correct. And sum equal to sum plus edges. You have to print like this, or you have to use, you can use other ternary operators to print this edges. So you can use like this. And int, I have to use for int is colon, we have to use the ternary to shortcut form, and edges, and we have to use the sum plus or equal edge. Or we can see, we can also write like this, sum equal to sum plus edge. As per your need, you can write like this. So I have to print the and now we have to use calculate the average of the sum, and it will be the sum abg. Suppose abg equal to sum divided by length, and we have to print it. The average age is, so see out the average age is in age real. You can print like this. So I'll run this code, and we'll see what is happening. So I have written here, go here and run this code. The average is now, what is happening, something is missing. See out as in real something abg, sorry, not as abg average we have to print. So run this code, and the average age will be printed like this. So you can see here, this is the average age. I will print another. This is the average age of the given collection are storing different edges. This is the average. We can see here the real example, or you can say, use in different purposes. The array collection of the data structures, we can store the different types or similar types of data uh, by using the array in C++ programming language. I've shown you that this is the average of the s, and you can use it in different um, applications, just like storing the account numbers and storing the sales, or as per your requirements you can use, or storing the data, just like just roll numbers, or the collection. It means it collect the similar types of data in a homogeneous or contiguous linear form in the memory. So guys, this is all about the array, and we have also seen the um, theory, and we have seen the is practical one by one, and we have also seen just like we have seen the single, it means 1D array, one dimensional array. In the We will also see the multi-dimensional array in the just like a row and columns. It means if you are uh, having the just like if you just like if you comment it, and then after I will sorry I will show you in this array. So here, if you are print or store the value in multi-dimensional, it means x and y. It means x-axis and y-axis, just a row and column. Suppose int uh, array array suppose 2 and 2. If you use this is called the second dimensional or multi-dimensional array. Second dimensional, it means it stores the value of just like a row and column, suppose, and you can use like this, just like 2 by 4 or 2 by 2, 2 by 4. It means 2 rows 4 column. It means 2 rows 4 column. Suppose 2 rows and 4 column. First one is size is representing the rows, and the second one is a prototype is representing this column. So you can if you want to print it, then you have to um, use it just like uh, the second or multi-dimensional array. So if I show you, it's like 2 rows 4 column, and if this is just like a b sorry b c d, and you have to use something is missing. You have to use like this, and you can use and comma, and the second row is suppose uh, second row is suppose you can use f g h. You can print, and yeah, sorry, you can print, and when you print it, and this will be just like if you are printing it, then you have to print 0 and 2, means just like if you are going to print just C out ARR, suppose it's 0, 0, and the second one is 0 1 2. Then what? Intel Intel is used to go to the next line. So I will show you. First of all, I will delete it, and once again run the code. So I can see out something is missing. See out ARR Intel, and what is happening? I have to use here comma, then it will print. It will show you the Intel. Here, what is happening? Const char. Something is. What is char? We have to use char. This will print you. What is happening? So, oh sorry, it is the string it's containing, and I will print, and once again I will run this. I will delete it first, run this code, and see what is happening, what will be the output. So it's going to print C, and how C is printed, so I will explain you. This is the when you at the first prototype, this is for first row, this is the second column. First row and the second column means first row and second row. First column, second 0, first, second, the second column. It means this is the second column. First row of second column means that's why it will be print the C. So guys, this is all about the array in C++. Who have taught you about the theory and practical both, and in upcoming videos we will see the additional other things, which is just like structures and pointers and functions and many more, that is importance to C++ programming language. So this is all about the uh, arrays in C++, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.